Christ came to save us, to show us mercy. So he refers to the incarnation as the sacrament of mercy. I'd never heard that before. In Thomas's style, it was very logical, of course, but really beautiful is that somehow it feels like we got to see more of the depth of the heart of God because of suffering. Could you speak to that for a bit?
Well, to quote Aquinas himself, there's only one possible reason why God allows the depth of suffering that he does. Suffering that we can't explain, that apparently does no good whatsoever. He does everything that he does for one very simple motive, his love. So Aquinas' words are something like this. God, he quotes Augustine on this, word for word. God, who is infinitely wise and infinitely powerful, would never allow any evil to creep into any of his works unless his power and his wisdom were such as to be able to bring out an even greater good from that evil. It's truly evil. Now, take the most difficult thing to explain, the Holocaust.
Right.
Perhaps one of the most spectacularly evil events in human history. God could have undone that by simply sending a thunderbolt into Hitler's brain in 1932 before he got elected.
Right.
And he could have done it. He didn't. Why not? I've talked to a number of people who are or know Holocaust survivors and read a bit of literature about it. And it doesn't look as if Thomas Aquinas' answer works, because although the Holocaust did make some people saints, it didn't make them all saints. And most of them lost their faith and didn't get it back, or were just suppressed and bummed out and into despair. It doesn't look as if we have any empirical data that justify God. And then I remember reading the book of Job, and God finally answers Job when we are all Job, and we want to know.
Yeah.
And God doesn't give Job an answer to any one of his questions.
Yeah.
He says, basically, I'm going to answer two questions. I'm going to answer the questions you should have asked. Who are you, and who am I?
Yeah.
And Job's answer to God is, now I know who you are, and now I know who I am. I'm the man with empty-headed words. I'm a fool. I'm a little baby. I can't understand you. I have to look up into your loving arms, into your face, and simply trust you like a little baby.
And Job says at the end, I had heard of you with the hearing of the ear, but now my eyes see you.
Yes.
And isn't that alone, at least in our personal lives, worth the suffering if we've gone from hearing or knowing about God to actually seeing God?
That's the beatific vision. And if that's not worth anything, nothing's worth anything.
And,